The guy just swung open the car door, then to embark on a journey with his pregnant wife. The husband purchased an AI car, but the moment he hit the brakes, the system mistook it for the gas pedal. The speedometer shot up to 160, finally breaking free from the highway. They accidentally turned Jason's car into a pile of wreckage. Jason tried to reinstall the car door, but it unexpectedly dropped right off. Frustrated, he decided to forget about the door, went straight to catch up, ready for some payback. His speeding car interrupted a pair of kissing cops. When the cops caught up with the family, Jason's wife had a quick idea. She pulled out her friend's nose plug, used the nosebleed to write an SOS. However, when the window opened, the wind blew the paper away, landing it square on the cop's face. After a struggle, the cop got rid of the paper, but it got blown onto the windshield of the yellow car. A bee flew into the driver's ear. Then, this morning, the family comes to test a car, but the security system was so tight, it locked them inside the car, had to cut the doors open to get free, choked the kid to the point of vomiting, had to slice open the car to get rescued. Yet, these folks still bought the car, just hit the road. A wasp barges in, wife whips out a newspaper, accidentally smacking the girl's nose. Husband pulls out his shoe, triggers the airbag straight up, freaks the wasp out. The wasp goes backward, straight into Jason's ear. The out-of-control car slammed into the truck up front. Seeing the shattered glass, Jason threw a punch to break it further, ignoring the cops trying to stop him, vowing to catch up with that family. The car was just hoisted up, the glass shattered, then 3 hours ago, the old man handed the urine bag to his son, then Jason takes a sip, immediately loses it. He's determined to catch up with this family. Inside the car, the husband decides to step on the brakes with his father, only to step on his father's foot. Not only does the car not stop, the brake even fall off. When the cops finally caught up, they planned to move everyone through the windows one by one, but the pregnant wife couldn't fit through. So, the cops had to call in a helicopter to airlift the pregnant lady. Finally, she gave birth successfully, but just as the family was leaving the hospital, this mother uses feces for a facial mask, even took a taste.
It's a little shitty, but I think that's part of it. Yeah, that's okay.
Just now, this family thought they found a natural swimming pool. It turned out to be a septic tank. The two sons felt something was off about the smell, but mom said it's the natural scent. Then she started applying it to herself. The two sons followed suit, smearing feces on their faces. Dad even used the water here to rinse his mouth, until the older son discovered used toilet paper. The family finally discovered the truth. This family originally wanted to relax during the vacation, but ended up renting a strange vehicle. The charging plug is different from the others. Once taken out, it can't be put back. The car has 4 rearview mirrors, 2 gas tanks. It is said to have anti-pinch functionality, but
There you go! Oh my god! Oh my god, why did you have me do that?
then they embarked on their journey. The first stop brought them to the mother's alma mater. Here, they are participating in a challenge game. The mother has also joined in. This mother chugged a large glass of beer, spewing it out before the competition even began. Taking the first step, she immediately stumbled. At the second gate of the obstacle course, she got stuck in the middle.
This is the best thing I've ever seen.
Finally reaching the last obstacle, the next moment. Then, the family went for a river rafting adventure, but the guide has just broken up with his girlfriend. In front of him was an overly affectionate couple, while above, a pair of eagles soared. The guide, in a fit of anger, shook the family off the boat, while he laughed heartily. The family had already grabbed onto a piece of driftwood, while the guide himself. When they set out again, the father was captivated by a beauty nearby. The hot girl flirts with the man. Just as he responds, the man takes his family on a trip. Suddenly, the car stalls. The man takes out the keys, wondering if there's an emergency feature. He presses a button randomly, but presses again. The car starts. As the family is about to get in, the man tries to stop the car, but accidentally presses the detonation button. Now, they can't go home. The infuriated man kicks towards the bushes, hitting a stone inside, then kicks again towards the bushes, striking a fire hydrant inside. Suddenly, a truck comes rushing towards them, thinking the driver might shoot, but the driver pulls out a ring. Turns out, his wife left the ring at a rest stop. In the end, the kind-hearted person gives them a ride back home. With one strike, a man can bring her home as his wife. This is the marriage method of the Stone Age. The more strikes, the more wives. This is how Alex came into existence. He despised the primitive courtship methods. Even as his mother encouraged him to knock people out, he still sought to win Lily's heart through actions. He first invented a bicycle, but it broke upon use. Attempting to fetch water for Lily, he got bitten by a crab. Trying to fish, the javelin flew directly from his hand. In fact, Lily liked him too. In order to marry him, she even taught him how to knock herself out. But just as Alex gathered the courage to confess, the girl he had a secret crush on eventually became his sister-in-law. Do you want to live here? To alleviate the pain, Alex decided to go hunting with his fellow tribesmen. However, they discovered a massive footprint. As everyone puzzled over it, a 40-meter-long white snake suddenly slithered into Alex's pants. Faced with the snake's attack, Alex spontaneously learned breakdancing moves. He was only spared when he took off his pants. Suddenly, the owner of the giant footprint appeared. After the battle, Alex, wielding a mammoth bone, casually tossed it. Unexpectedly knocked out an assassin. The crowd insisted he marry the assassin, but he called in reinforcements for revenge. The man was captured by the women's tribe, was compelled to stay for reproduction. Entranced by the women's alluring figures, Alex readily agreed. However, after just a few days, he couldn't endure it any longer, so he clandestinely escaped from the land of women. A few days ago, tribes clashed over women. Alex was about to take on 100, but his glasses were knocked off. When he found his glasses, his beloved woman had already been captured. He had no choice but to embark on a journey alone. But when he found Lily again, she was unwilling to go back with him, because this tribe didn't knock out women. In Alex's persistence, Lily loudly called for others. The enraged chief decided to make him tonight's dinner. In the pursuit within the tribe, Alex escaped to a cliff, forgot humans don't come with breaks. Just like that, he became a specimen in the museum. Are you willing to go to the women's tribe? The chubby guy strapped the chainsaw to his back. Then, upon climbing up, he almost cut his companion's head. Mushroom Head snatched the chainsaw, swung it at the chubby guy. The chubby guy's head was unharmed, but the chainsaw got ground down. A nun came over to inspect. Just as Mushroom Head swung a sledgehammer, nearly sending the nun to meet God, a coincidence dropped an iron bell, knocking the nun unconscious on the spot. The three hurried down to rescue the injured, but due to the cracked ladder, it fell directly onto the nun. To prevent further harm, they quickly moved the nun aside, but the chubby guy also fell down.
Come on, you!
Curly Hair tried to wake up the nun, but forgot there was a sledgehammer hidden inside. Now, the nun has truly gone to heaven. Let us all say, Amen. However, when they first arrived at the orphanage, they were still very adorable. The nun had just opened the package, got poked in the eye. Then, another nun appeared, finding 3 adorable babies staring at her. All the nuns were overwhelmed by their cuteness, decided on the spot to adopt them. However, the nuns soon regretted their decision. To treat the nun's swollen eye, they tied her to a table, used a hammer to knock her out instead of anesthesia. Suddenly, a knock on the door was heard. The 3 immediately flipped the table, changed into different clothes, pretending to study. Upon hearing dinner was served, they rushed out, completely forgetting the nun under the table. As adults, the 3 are still a handful. When they saw the nun being bullied, they rushed in, throwing punches and kicks at the men. Even plucked the man's armpit hair.
Pretty boy! Think you're pretty smooth, huh?
Now, even the priest has been sent to heaven by them. After the priest woke up, he announced the impending bankruptcy of the orphanage. The chubby guy bumped the man out with his stomach, then finally managing to escape from under the car. The 3 individuals were quite pleased with the outcome. An hour ago, in an effort to rescue the bankrupt orphanage, the trio took to the streets, with signs hanging from their chests. They offered themselves for hire, allowing anyone to command them for a fee. Soon, a couple approached, the man claimed to be seriously ill, pleading with the three to expedite the end of his life, requested they must carry out the task in the evening. Little did the trio know, it was all a ploy by the woman to free herself from her husband's clutches. A man was watering fish in the grass, hoping they would quickly grow into little fish. However, instead of attracting customers, he ended up attracting the police. The trio escaped to the rooftop, leaping directly from the building. Accidentally knocked down their orphanage companion, Yellow. Yellow had initially wanted to invite the trio over for dinner. However, the trio declined, citing their busy schedule focused on earning money. In an attempt to salvage the situation, Yellow insisted on taking a commemorative photo for them. Upon returning home, Yellow shared the photo with his wife. To her shock, she recognized the trio as the hired hitmen she had employed during the day to carry out a sinister plan. On the other side, the trio stumbled upon a photo of the woman in yellow. Realizing the truth of the situation, they decided to inform the police. Upon learning the truth, Yellow decided to financially support them in saving the bankrupt orphanage.